Today, two AFC East rivals meet in a wild card battle.
In 1998, the Buffalo Bills and Miami Dolphins were both teams in transition. Buffalo had gone to 4 consecutive Super Bowls in the early 90s, and they still retained some of their marquee players. Bruce Smith, Thurman Thomas, and Andre Reed knew their time was running out. Quarterback Jim Kelly and head coach Marv Levy were already gone, replaced by quarterback Doug Flutie and head coach Wade Phillips. In Miami, quarterback Dan Marino was nearing the end of a Hall of Fame career. And like the Bills veterans, he had never won a Super Bowl. Marino knew this would be his last chance. And on the Miami sidelines, Jimmy Johnson had replaced the legend Don Shula. Two teams, both rebuilding and driven by great players still searching for that elusive Super Bowl championship, met in a game that was truly a fight to the finish.
Meet the new Bills. Same as the old Bills, or so it would seem at first glance, except for a few changes to a team that had never lost in the playoffs to the Miami Dolphins.
Time to pay the bills, baby!
Defensive end Bruce Smith still led the Buffalo defense. Thurman Thomas was still at running back, but most of the carries now went to Antoine Smith. Just as Andre Reed was still at receiver, but more and more balls went to up-and-coming wideout Eric Moulds. During the regular season, when quarterback Rob Johnson was injured, he was replaced by the dynamic Doug Flutie, who led the team to the playoffs.
Touchdown, 13 seconds left. This place is going crazy. They are going crazy.
He's a great athlete, and he's got a ton of heart.
Looking to rain on the Bills' parade was Dan the Man, who defined heart for the Dolphins. But Dan Marino's career was nearing its end, and Miami's pass-first philosophy was gone, replaced by head coach Jimmy Johnson's focus on defense and running the football. Marino may have been silver-haired, but his arm remained golden. But now most Miami scores came via the ground, and most of Coach Johnson's attention was focused on the defense. The Dolphin D helped them to split the regular season series with Buffalo, in large part due to the efforts of defensive end Trace Armstrong, number 93.
It's intercepted, picked off.
At rain-drenched Pro Players Stadium, Coach Wade Phillips put his trust in Flutie, and the payoff would be one of the better playoff games of the 90s.
What I like, how we run the ball every play. Stay a downpour, let's run it. I hope so, Kurt. I swear I hope so. God, I hope it rains and we got to run it every play.
Wouldn't be playoffs without a little weather, one kind or another.
Turn it on the ground, baby. Come on, turn it up. That's where it starts, baby. Right here, right here. Let's go, baby. Let's go. Let's do this.
The man who had a cereal named after him went deep on the game's first snap. The play backfired, although it wasn't Flutie who flaked.
On first down, Flutie back to throw. In the pocket, goes long down the field, and it is caught at the 40, at the 25, at the 30. Mold, and he fumbles the ball. It's a loose ball. Miami picks it up at the 10, returns to the 15, the 20, the 25, the 30, and down at about the 29-yard line now goes the man who picked up the loose fumble. It was picked up by Brock Marion, and oh, what a great play for the Bills, and it was stripped away from Eric Mould.
He was going, and what an incredible start. Eric Moulds had Terrell Buckley singled up, and he beat him. Flutie delivered the ball. Great pass protection by the Bills' offensive line. Eric Moulds looked like he may have been headed to the end zone, but he could not separate from Terrell Buckley. Moulds drops it down at the 20-yard line after a pickup of about 63 yards, and the Dolphins' Brock Marion recovers. Unbelievable.
What a remarkable turn of events.
And what salvation for Terrell Buckley, who first got beat, then caught up with Eric Moulds, punched the ball loose, and maybe most importantly, Jim, he held him on the ground so he couldn't get the fumble.
Miami began their first drive at their own 29-yard line. Bruce Smith and the Buffalo defense dedicated themselves to stopping Miami's Kareem Abdul-Jabbar, but failed at first. After establishing the run, the Dolphins took to the air as Marino exploited perfect pockets to help create a balanced offense. Looking rejuvenated for playoff football, Marino was playing on a level approaching perfection.
And he's looking, fires near side. O.J. makes the catch, struggling for the first down.
Oh, what a play by McDuffie.
He stretched that ball out as Henry Jones had him around the waist and got just enough for the first down. Dan back to pass. He fires. It's complete down to the 18-yard line. It's Troy Drayton again. Dan Brandenburg made the tackle.
Dolphins almost scored on a pass to Troy Drayton, and a third down pass also fell incomplete. Miami would be forced to settle for a field goal attempt.
Dolphins, unfortunately, not able to get it into the end zone, putting together a nice drive on their first possession. 32-yard field goal attempt from the left hash mark. The kick is up, and the kick is good. So the Dolphins draw first blood here in the wild card playoff game with the Buffalo Bills. 32-yard field goal by Alindo Mari, and it's 3-0. 6:07 to go here in the first quarter at Pro Players Stadium.
55 is the lineman?
Yeah.
Okay, 55 is the lineman, and Brandenburg is the buck, right?
Yeah.
The Dolphins' defensive strategy was simple. Contain Doug Flutie to short gains and keep him under constant pressure. In the first quarter, Flutie was the Bills' only offensive weapon. Whether creating passing gains from nothing or escaping collapsing pockets with scrambles, the rest of Buffalo's offense was simply not in sync in the first period of play. The Bills' running game in particular failed to gain ground.
The handoff. Antoine Smith coming to the left side. He smacked at the line of scrimmage. Nowhere to go. And the Dolphins in control right now, but it is tight. Dolphins with a 3-0 lead after one over the Buffalo Bills.
Flutie flags! 3 steps on every box! 3 steps on every box, baby!
You understand what I'm saying? Hey, everybody's doing the same thing in business. Don't change nothing.
Okay.
Hey, Lonnie, you got to do what you did. If you start on the guy, he's in a 7, right?
Right.
You start down, he jumps out here, you going inside.
Exactly.
Sam, you got to make sure you're on the track, okay?
Oh, yeah.
I was holding the hell out on that Reed. Woo! I looked right out for that block. Oh. Man, Zach almost killed Reed, too. Good job.
And to focus on the Dolphins' quarterback. But in the second quarter, Miami and Marino continued to display their balanced offense.
The time of possession, though, lopsided way in Miami's favor. Almost 2-1, 10 minutes to 5 minutes. Back to pass, Marino scrambling out to the right side, fires down the middle. It's complete, and down inside Buffalo territory to the 45 and 43-yard line. That'll be a first down for the Dolphins.
Marino completions were followed by Kareem Abdul-Jabbar runs as the Dolphins moved down to the Bills' 37-yard line. Buffalo defensive end Marcellus Wiley finally applied pressure to Marino, and his sack would force the Dolphins into another field goal attempt.
Murray from the left hash mark will attempt a 41-yard field goal. The snap is down. The kick is away, kind of fluttering in the wind, but it got there. Oh, wow. Alindo Mare hits a 41-yard field goal. Boy, he looked like he kicked it into the jet stream, but it made it there. And the Dolphins have a 6-0 lead on the Buffalo Bills.
Hey, Wilder, Sean, if you're going to run more counters now, they've ran a couple counters. Be alert for the block now.
The Bills were also alert on special teams.
Here's an onside kickoff, and the Bills got the ball at the 42-yard line of Miami. Heads up play there. Brandenburg. Yep. Brandenburg on the ball.
And Flutie was on the money on Buffalo's first offensive play of the second quarter.
Here's Flutie. Back to throw. He wants to go long downfield, and it is caught down there at the 5-yard line by Moles. And Moles is taken down. They will mark it at the 5-yard line. It is first and goal for the Bills.
Moles just got open, a 35-yard pass. Flutie to Eric Moles. There was double coverage there. Brock Marion helping out with a cornerback, Terrell Buckley, and Flutie sort of put it up for grabs in the middle of the field and let Eric Moles come over and catch it.
He had to wait for it, too, Murr.
Eric Moulds didn't let go of the ball this time, moving his team to the Miami 5-yard line. But while it was the young gun who put the Bills into scoring position, it was an old pro who put Buffalo ahead.
It is second and goal. Thurman Thomas is in there now. Doug Flutie ready to call the play. Moulds is out of the game. Triple tight end. 6-0 Miami. Waiting for the snap in the eye. Doug Flutie, tight end motion. Waiting. Here's the handoff. Thurman dives, and he is in for the touchdown. Thurman Thomas has put the Bills in the tie 6-all with the extra point coming up. So Jimmy Johnson's onside kick boomeranged on him, and the Bills take quick advantage and score the touchdown.
Right up the back of the big left guard, Jamie Nails, and he's the happiest guy on the field.
Thurman Thomas's 1-yard touchdown plunge gave Buffalo a 7-6 lead. Finally, it seemed as if Flutie and the rest of the offense were beginning to get in sync.
That's really your touchdown. That was good for yards. That was good for yards.
Come on, baby, go get him now. Delta, Delta!
On the ensuing kickoff, the Dolphins almost answered with a big play of their own.
Field. It is taken down at the 5, return to the 10, 15, across the 20, the 25, and flags all over the place. And running down the sideline at the 40, at the 30, at the 20, and out of bounds around the 15-yard line on the play is John Avery. Jackson finally ran him out, but there's a Miami player down and flags all over the field.
Holding negated the return, and Miami's drive went nowhere. On their next possession, Buffalo again turned to Thurman Thomas. Flutie began to spread the ball around, throwing to 4 different receivers to drive deep into Miami territory.
Flutie, a running play. Thurman cutting up to the 20, down to the 15, down to about the 12-yard line. Backing up, looking, throws on a fade pattern. And how about it? How about it? It is out of bounds. It was caught by Moles.
the fade to Eric Moulds, and the officials rule it out of bounds. They say he did not make a catch.
The near miss to Moulds would prove costly. After Flutie scrambled 6 yards to move the ball to the Dolphins' 6-yard line. With under a minute left in the half, it was Flutie who then flaked.
Flutie waiting on a huge 3rd and 4 from the 6-yard line. Waiting. The snap. Dropping back. He throws. And it is intercepted. Return to the 5. To the 10. Across the 15. And a flag comes in late. An interception on the play by Brock Marion. Thwarted the Bills' drive for a score. What an interception by Marion. And this crowd is on its feet.
Flutie threw it right into the middle of coverage, right into the middle of the field. And Brock Marion was there to make the pick right at the goal line.
That was a tough one.
Marion set up Marino, as Brock Marion's interception gave Dan Marino 15 seconds to send a Hail Mary down the field to try to set up a field goal.
Dan will line up in the shotgun, takes the snap from center. He's looking, steps up in the pocket, fires one deep down the middle of the field, and the jump ball, and it is...
Oh my goodness, O.J.'s got it!
O.J. McDuffie caught it on the rebound at the 10-yard line. It went off the hands of Aronde Gaston, or popped out of his arms, and O.J.'s got it at the 9-yard line.
Incredible!
The 56-yard play left just enough time in the half for another Olindo Mare attempt.
Waiting for the snap, the put down, and the kick is up, and it hit that right upright, and it is no good. He hit the right upright, and the ball bounced away, and the Bills dodged a bullet and failed to score from point-blank range from the 6-yard line, but then go into the locker room leading 7-6. I don't know if I can take another half like this, Murph. I think I'm going to go home.
Dan Marino and the Miami offense looked and played confused as the second half began.
Here's Marino back to throw. In the pocket. He lets it fly downfield. And it is intercepted, I believe, by the Bills by Ray Jackson. Ray Jackson picks it off at the Bills' 35-yard line. And the Bills have the ball.
That pass deep from Dan Marino intended for Lamar Thomas, and Raymond Jackson got in front of him. I thought Raymond Jackson may have grabbed him by the right shoulder pad, actually, Van, to get position to make that pick. There's no flag, though, and Raymond Jackson steps in front of a Dan Marino pass, and the Bills get their first takeaway at the game.
So Marino is intercepted by Ray Jackson. And the Bills start from the 36.
Marino's first pass of the second half was also the Dolphins' first turnover of the game. But Miami's offense wasn't the only one floundering in the early going of the second half. The Bills ran 6 plays on their first drive of the half, gaining only 10 yards. The drive ended as Doug Flutie fumbled as he was sacked. Miami linebacker Zach Thomas recovered the Bills' third turnover of the day.
It was Zach Thomas. It was Zach Thomas down there.
Flutie's got to eat that,
takes it away. He's got
was dead as soon as he took the snap and dropped back because the Dolphins guessed fast, they guessed right. And Flutie just got to go down and take the loss, trying to make something happen. He put the ball up for grabs, and the Dolphins came up with it.
While Flutie had to deal with constant breakdowns in protection, Marino had no such excuse. For the first half of the third quarter, the Dolphins' mistakes were self-inflicted. The Dolphins' drops began to add up.
Back to throw Marino. The blitz is on. He throws a short pass, and it's dropped. It was dropped and wide open at the 36-yard line. The ball was dropped on the play.
6 minutes into the half, neither team had gained nor given any ground.
With the blitz package that the Dolphins are throwing at him now, they're sending everybody at Doug Flutie.
On their next drive, Miami ran the ball 10 times in 13 plays. A Bernie Parmalee 11-yard run moved the Dolphins to the Bills' 22-yard line. Kareem Abdul-Jabbar ran the ball 6 times on the drive to help move the ball to Buffalo's 3-yard line. And his 7th carry of the drive would give Miami their first touchdown of the game.
Pritchett and Jabbar in the backfield on a 2nd and goal. Handoff. Kareem taking it up the middle. Hit
Yes,
once.
sir.
He's in for the touchdown. Touchdown, Miami.
That was individual effort right there by Kareem because he was hit at the line of scrimmage, wiggled his way out of the tackle. Who did he beat? Who did he beat going into the goal line? It was Bruce Smith who had knifed down inside. Kareem sloughed off the tackle and got into the end zone.
With a 12-7 lead, Miami would need a 2-point conversion to go up by a touchdown.
Finally, the Dolphins have scored a touchdown in this game. Chark says you're up by 5, go for 2. That's precisely what the Dolphins will do.
And here's Marino. Hands it off to Pritchett. He's in. Stanley Pritchett with a 2-point conversion. That is huge. And the Miami Dolphins have a 14-7 lead on the Buffalo Bills.
Good job, Tim! Good job! Hey, good job, buddy!
With just over 2 minutes left in the third quarter, the Dolphins defense needed to make a stand to keep a 7-point lead. The Bills' ground game was going nowhere. Antoine Smith would end the day with a paltry 15 yards rushing on 7 carries. Buffalo went back to the air and to their most effective receiver, Eric Moles.
Here's Flutie to throw. He's got a man. It's Moles. And he's got a first down inside the 35-yard line. Down to around the 32.5. Their dime coverage out there against this 5-wide receiver attack of the Bills. They may blitz. I think they're going to come off the corner. Flutie again. Flutie waiting. Here they come. He throws, and it is caught and run in for a touchdown by Eric Moles. They beat
Davey once said, thank you for the blitz, because that's what made it all happen there.
They're going to blitz us again. We're going to pick some up again and go score a touchdown again, all right? Just make sure you give us a call there. The last call is a good call. We're going to continue to go scrambling for it.
Doug Flutie signaled to Moles that a blitz was coming and to break his assignment to run a fly pattern. The result was a tie ball game.
Flutie waited and stared down the blitz, had the single coverage over on the far sideline. Jerry Wilson locked up with Eric Moles. Moles stretched himself into the end zone for the touchdown.
By the end of the third quarter, Eric Moles had caught 5 passes for 167 yards. Tied at 14, the game moved towards a fourth quarter climax. It was actually less pounding than it was finesse, as Dan Marino began passing with more frequency and greater accuracy as the fourth quarter began. He began to focus on the team's leading receiver, O.J. McDuffie, number 81. An 18-yard completion to McDuffie helped move Miami to the Buffalo 6-yard line. They stalled once again in the red zone, leading to the 4th field goal attempt of the day for Olindo Mara.
The snap is down. The field goal attempt is up, and it is good. And the Dolphins are back in the lead here in the fourth quarter, 17-14 on the Buffalo Bills. 9:45 left in the game.
I got one-on-one back there.
I know. I just see man coverage. I got to get in the flat and get the touchdown. Ain't no way you...
The constant pressure applied by the Dolphins defense had greatly negated Doug Flutie's out-of-the-pocket effectiveness. Scrambling for his life, he was knocked around and knocked down. Eventually, his passes began to go astray. The Bills' offense changed strategy, calling plays with fast drops for Flutie and quick routes for his receivers to run. With the game on the line, Flutie turned more and more to veteran receiver Andre Reed.
He's 9 yards for a first down. Here they come. He throws. He's got Reed. A first down across the 35-yard line. Flutie waiting. Dropping back. Throws. Reed again. Reed at midfield. Breaks the tackle and fumbles the ball, and it's picked up by Miami. And run back to midfield and outside. And a hit is finally made on the play as the Bills lost the ball. Thurman Thomas got over to make the tackle. How do you like that? First it was Moles and now Andre Reed.
claiming he was down, and the ball jarred loose on the contact with the ground. We haven't seen a replay yet, but that's what Andre Reed's complaining. That's what they're saying over on the Buffalo Bills bench. It all adds up to the 4th turnover. That Mike Carey, the referee, has something to say. Fumble.
The ball was ripped out, no question. How weird can things get? So the Bills lose it again.
4-1, the Bills in the turnover takeaway battle, and it's hard to win when you turn it over 4 times.
So now with 8:02 to play, Miami's going to try to play bang-bang football here. And where the Bills down, they lead by 3. They have the hammer right now, 17-14.
Reed's fumble was the Bills' 4th turnover of the day. And it wasn't hard to imagine what Reed felt like. Miami then began a 50-yard, 9-play drive that began at midfield. Whether it was the pass setting up the run or vice versa, the Dolphins' offense kept the Bills' defense guessing throughout the game.
Marino hands it off to Jabbar, breaking to the right side to the outside. He has the corner, the 25, the 20. Kareem is out of bounds at the 14-yard line. First down, Dolphins.
Big play by Kareem Abdul-Jabbar. Took it up inside. He saw the contraction of the Buffalo Bills defense. He bounced it outside, and now the Dolphins really threatening. They're at the 15-yard line, and a touchdown all but puts this ball game away.
Here we go. Marino back to pass. Fires over the middle. It's gone. It's a touchdown. Lamar Thomas has the ball. Dan credit that into double coverage. Touchdown Miami. Yeah.
And they're going crazy here at Pro Player Stadium. Marino has just won this football game for the Miami Dolphins. The quick slant to Lamar Thomas. He went down. He bodied it. And Jimmy Johnson has a smile that stretches from goal post to goal post.
The Dolphins have scored with 3:42 left in the game. That was a perfect pass, and there were 2 defenders right there.
Perfect pass, perfect way to catch it. Go down. Oh, my goodness gracious. Was that beautiful?
And the Dolphins apparently have just closed the door on the Bills' playoff hopes of an upset here at Pro Player Stadium.
You don't understand. You're not hearing me. That's when it counts. You know what? I'm not getting it. Oh, this is no. Oh, this is knock him out the box.
Miami's defense almost caused Buffalo's 5th turnover of the day on the ensuing drive.
Flag on the play, he's sacked. And he loses the ball, but he was down. Let's see how they rule that now.
Let's see what Mike Carey says.
Recovered by Miami. However, offside on the defense of the 24. 5 yards, still first down.
It's offside against the Dolphins anyway, so it doesn't amount to anything.
A fumble recovery perhaps would have put the game away. But given new hope, the Bills again turned to the player who had injected life into their offense all game, Eric Moulds.
And Flutie throwing long. He's got Moulds. He juggles the ball. Now holds on to it at the 36-yard line. See if the Bills got to take a timeout here at the Miami 36. It was Terrell Buckley who made the tackle. Now they set it to the 37. They still haven't called the timeout.
I thought they would. In fact, I thought Thurman was trying to call for a timeout. A 28-yard pickup on the pass to Eric Moulds. A juggling reception.
Moulds' 31-yard catch put him just shy of 200 yards receiving, with 2 minutes left in the game. At the Miami 10-yard line, Flutie once again looked for veteran receiver Andre Reed.
Waiting for the snap. Dropping back, looking, throws. He's got a completion, and down to the goal line.
He's in, isn't he?
I thought he was in. He's on the line.
Not be in?
How can they not call it a touchdown?
Clock's still running.
Flag on the play.
Andre Reed down there. I thought he
was on the goal line. Certainly looked like he was on the goal line.
Upset with the play not being called a touchdown, the veteran made a rookie mistake and made contact with an official.
He was not in for the touchdown.
The knee hit first.
Now the officials are sorting out what happened. Here's Mike Carey.
After the play was over, unsportsmanlike conduct on the offense. Number 83, contacting an official. Number 83 is ejected.
He's in. Oh!
Yeah, get him out. Get him out of here.
Andre Reed is out of the game. Wade Phillips is now going ballistic on the far sideline with his coaching staff. So not only do they lose 15 yards, Andre Reed is out of the game.
The penalty forced Buffalo to settle for 3 points.
Here's the field goal try. It is up and good from about 33 yards away. So with 1:33 left in the game, the Bills have closed to within 7 at 24-17.
They kick it deep. They kick it deep now. Just get the ball and get on the ground. Ball control. Get a little bit of yardage and then get on the ground. Here we go.
Everyone knows the onside kick is coming now.
I would not be lulled to sleep if I was the Dolphins.
Here is the onside attempt. It is picked up. It is fumbled. Sam Madison had it. He let it
Buffalo
go.
ball.
Oh, Buffalo's got it back at the 31, and Buffalo will have the ball at the 31-yard line.
He had it, and then he didn't have it, and now the Buffalo Bills have it with a chance to tie. 1:30 left. They have all 3 timeouts left.
1:24 to play. Don't go away.
With Andre Reed ejected, Eric Moulds would be the focus of the Miami defense and the Buffalo offense.
No matter how this season ends, it has been spectacular.
It really has been something.
It has been spectacular.
This game maybe the best of them all.
They blitz from the corner. Here's a pass down to Moulds. He's got it, and he's out of bounds inside the 40-yard line.
So, you know it'd come down to this.
Oh, yeah.
Buffalo and Miami, 2 teams that could not be more evenly matched.
Facing zones and double coverage for most of the game, Eric Moulds had caught passes for almost 230 yards. After 2 incompletions to Moulds, and with time running out, Flutie began to spread the ball around and drive his team down the field, attempting another Flutie miracle.
And this team has been energized by Doug Flutie. Without Doug Flutie, Buffalo Bills, pretty good, above average football team. With them, they're pretty doggone special. I guess the big question surrounding the Miami Dolphins is, can they regain the momentum they lost?
With seconds remaining, the game would come down to one decisive play.
You're now defending a one-dimensional offense. They can only throw. If the Buffalo Bills are sacked, the ball is thrown short of the goal line, and there's a tackle made, I don't think they get another play on.
Flutie in the shotgun. Flutie back, pumps once, now looking. He's hit by Trace Armstrong. And the ball! Dolphins have it at the 3-yard line. Trace Armstrong with a sack, and the Dolphins are going to beat the Bills here at the Pro. Shane Burton with a fumble recovery at the 3-yard line. Oh, yeah.
My goodness gracious. The Dolphins will win this game in the most unlikely fashion. And this building is on for certain.
Unreal. Doug Flutie reloaded a couple of times as he pumped, and one too many pumps, and Trace Armstrong buried him. The ball came loose, and Shane Burton recovered.
Trace Armstrong did it. He was trying to get the ball, Flutie was, to his tight end, Jay Remersma. But once again, Zach Thomas was there on the coverage. And in that moment it took to reload, Trace Armstrong blasted Flutie to shake the football loose.
Yes! The Miami Dolphins have done it here at Pro Players Stadium. Hang on to beat the Buffalo Bills 24-17.
What a remarkable finish. Incredible.
In the end, 5 turnovers, including 4 fumbles and 1 interception, were too much for Buffalo to overcome. A lack of control by Buffalo spelled their early exit from the playoffs, while the calm, cool, and collected play of an old pro enabled the Dolphins to play one more week. It was in the Miami locker room where things truly got out of control.
Oh, yes! Good job. All right, great class. That's okay. All right. There you go, Troy. We're still playing, Troy. Here we go, guys. Here we go. Here we go, guys. All right, here we go. Hell of a job in there. Fantastic job, guys. Hey, that is the way to hang in there. We said we were going to win in the fourth quarter. We said we were going to win in the fourth quarter, and we won it in the fourth quarter.
Dan Marino retired after the 1999 season with virtually every passing record. Bruce Smith is the league's all-time sack leader. The 1998 AFC wildcard matchup between the Bills and Dolphins was an exciting game. But what made it memorable was seeing some of the greatest stars of that era in one last high-stakes game of playoff football.
Wow, because they do this.
You say like, hi, Mom, see you next week. We'll be back next week. We'll be back next week.
Hit the lens, hit the lens.
Hit the lens of what?
You're never gonna throw.
All right.